Hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of my podcast. My name is Nana, and I'm here really to kind of share my experiences as a woman in her 30s. Yes, I am 33 years old. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I am, because yes, time flies. But anyway, this episode is going to just really be about my experience being a 33-year-old woman who is single, currently doesn't have a boyfriend, and is childless. And with those three combined, I am, according to society, well, they would say I'm on the shelf, really. It's not funny, I'm just nervous laughing, I think, at this point. But really, I'm just here to find the community of other women and really just to see if there's other women out there that feel the same. And so let's just get into it. So I guess if you're in your 20s or if you're in your 30s right now or above, then I think this will be a very good episode for you to, I don't know, maybe you'll gain something from this. And yeah, so how did I get to this point? I just really don't know. How did I get to this point of being 33 and single and childless? How did I get to this point of being 33, single and childless? Well, I just don't know. I don't know how I got here, to be honest, but I'm here. So this is where I'm at. And even if any one of you right now is listening and you're in the same position, or even if you have one of those things, even if you're single, even if you don't have a child, but you have a boyfriend, or, you know, you're looking for love and you think that, you know, it's over for you, just want to let you know I'm a combination of the three. So no, but seriously, it does worry me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest and transparent with you guys, because I think in order for us just to talk about this, let's just be honest about it. Yeah, it does, it worries me a little bit. I'm officially 34 this year. Yes, but you know, I can go away with 24. No, but yeah, I'm 34 this year, and I feel confused. I'm confused a little bit. I do want children, and I really do want children, and this is the thing. If I didn't want children, this wouldn't probably be an issue for me as much, but I do have a clock, and I've got to realize that that is a thing. But I feel pressure. I feel pressure as a woman that doesn't currently have a partner and is 34 this year. I feel pressure. And I'm trying to navigate it in a way that's like, what am I to do at this point? But I'm not going to settle at the same time. Like, if I really wanted to, I don't think it would be very hard, just to be honest, for me just to find someone, anyone, probably rush it and then have a child, whatever. I could probably do that if I really wanted to. Just find anyone. But I'm not going to do that. I refuse. I refuse to settle, and I really want to send this message out to anyone that's listening. I really want to send this message to women that don't feel because you've hit a certain age or that society is making you feel pressure, or your family or your friends are making you feel pressure, that you have to suddenly, all of a sudden, start rushing things, or start feeling that you're somewhat odd, different, weird. Like these are the feelings that, for some reason I've been feeling, like, because I am this age and I don't have a child, and people do look at you and people ask you like questions like, but oh, you're pretty, so why can't you, like, why have you not got a boyfriend, or don't you want children, like your time is running out, yes, I'm aware of my age. And it's just the pressure, it's just too much, and I really just want, there are other women like me, I know there's other women out there that like feel the same, they feel this pressure, they've got to work, like some people are living by themselves, like me, I live alone, like there's a lot of pressure going on to do things, and sometimes, time just goes by. But I do understand that it is a priority, but at the same time I'm not going to settle, and I don't want other women to settle in these kind of average relationships because you feel like you're running out of time for it then in a few years' time to just end because you didn't really go for and stick to what you felt was true to, compatible to who you are and what you want. And I just don't want women to rush these decisions, even though time may not be on your side. And I just want to let you guys know it's okay. There's other women that feel like this. There are other women that also feel the pressure. I feel the pressure. And it doesn't mean your life is over. But I do understand that I do have a time frame now that, in hindsight, that I wish maybe I took the time, maybe in my 20s, to understand how important it is to, I would say what it is. If I could go back into my 20s, I would say I would really take time to never compromise your values, your morals of who you are or where you want to go. Never settle. And I didn't realize how important that time in your 20s were to look for love, and maybe potentially I put more emphasis on my career and trying to make sure that, work. And I do think that's important, but also as a woman, I think it's very important to never forget that, to find love, companionship, find someone that you feel that would be a good partner in your life going forward, and a guy that would be able to be a good father one day. I wasn't thinking like that in my 20s, and I wish, in hindsight, I wish I took the time in my 20s just to, when I'm looking for a partner, think about these questions in the back of, think about these as more of a priority than my career. So all the women in the 20s out there, I'm not saying not to have a career. It's very important to be financially stable for yourself as well, but also to never forget that that is something that is important as well. And it's not just about looks. It really isn't. I mean, that's what I thought it was, and it's not. At this point, at 33, I really don't think looks are important at all. For me, it's about, is this person going to be loyal, trustworthy? Is this person going to be able to look after a child? These things are the important values that you should be looking for in guys. And I really don't think it's about looks at all. Yes, you've got to be, of course, sexually attracted to someone, but it's not the important factor here. So this is where we're at. And so now I'm on a journey, which I would like to share with you guys, of trying to pull these pieces back together, of trying to find love in some way, putting myself out there because I am very introverted, and I know that staying in my house all day is not going to be the way forward to meet someone. I just wanted to share my journey, and I do hope one day that I will have kids, and I do hope that it's not too late, and I don't think it is. I think like the universe has got a timing for me, but I'm also aware of the time frame that I have left. And I just want to let other women know that even if you're in your 30s, same as me, that it's okay. I know we feel the pressure. I know you're stressed about it. I know there's a lot of things going on, but it's okay. It really is okay. And I really truly believe that if something's meant to happen for us, it will happen for us. But if you are very introverted like me and you find it difficult to put yourself out there, then please come on a journey with me as well, because I'm going to be taking steps to fit myself out there, and I'll be documenting it. I'll be letting you guys know how it's going, and I'd really love to know if there's any other women in this position as well, because it can get quite lonely as a woman, especially if you're in this position that I'm in. You know, when you don't have a boyfriend, you know, yes, I have a job, thankfully, but you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have kids, and it is a lot. It's a lot to take in. So yeah, I know that there's at least one woman listening right now and thinking, yeah, I feel the same. Even in your 20s, you feel this. You start feeling this in your 20s. You do. You start, I'd say about mid-20s, you start thinking, oh, whoa, what's happened here? Something's changed. No. I'm starting to think about, things like babies and stuff like that. And you honestly think you have all the time in the world. But yeah. But I just refuse just to settle with anyone. I refuse, and I really don't want women to settle with anyone. I was reading a statistic, and I'm reading it right now, and it's saying that women aged 30 to 34 had the highest number of conceptions for the fourth year in a row, with a record high of 248,528 conceptions in 2020. Yeah, but it seems to be that there is a shift in the age of what women are having kids these days. I think it used to be very young. I think you are in your early 20s, according to science, around your peak to have children. But I feel like, you know, times have changed. Things are different. You know, we can't just things are different. You know, women these days, you know, we want to also be in a position financially to know that we can also be okay, and it's important for us to have that, you know, to have some balance in that relationship. So it's important to be have your own finances sorted. But yeah, it just does seem like there's a shift, but according, you know, I'm at the top of that pyramid there of that age. So, you know, going into 34, and you know what, I look after myself. I do look after myself. I go to the gym. I eat very, very healthily, and I look after myself. But that really doesn't mean that, like, you know, I don't have a biological clock. And but I don't know. I had like a little bit of a breakdown beginning of the year about it. Not like a breakdown, but I was thinking about it too deeply. And I was thinking, what about if I never have kids? And it brought some sadness to me, because I don't want to be a 50-year-old woman with no kids. That's not what my goal is. I love children. I think they're the purest form of love, like dogs are. But yeah, children are so pure, and to be able, as a woman, to be able to create and to bring that into the world, and you've been able to create life, it's just wonderful. And when I see other mothers I walk past like women with kids, and I constantly am like, oh, I just want that, you know. And it, like, when I see kids now, they bring me so much joy, and I just think, oh, you're so lucky to have a child, you know, like so lucky to be a mother. It's just it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And yeah, it doesn't mean, and even if you can't have children, you found out you can't, it doesn't mean it's over either. There's other options there. I just don't want women to feel that it is over. And I'm also, this is kind of therapy for me at the same time. But really it is to connect with other women as well. So yeah, it's just the world we're living in now. It's pretty wild, really. It's pretty difficult to navigate it, to juggle everything, I mean, yeah. So yeah, women, you are not alone. If you're in your 30s, it's okay. You're living, you have a purpose, you're here. Don't feel that it's too late. Yes, be conscious of the time frame, especially I would say if you're much from the older, like 30s, like what I'm going into, like 34. I mean, I look at Meghan Markle and some older, mothers, and I think they give me hope. They do. They give me hope, because I think Meghan Markle had her first child at 36. And when I see other women that, I mean, I don't know, women having kids in their 40s, I do believe some are, but I think, the top end is around, I mean, please, if any women here have had kids in their late 30s or 40s, let me know, because just let me know. Comment below. Let me know your story. I'm interested, because I'm intrigued of that. But yeah, and if you're in your 20s, just don't forget that, like, love is important, but don't settle for any guy. And I really wish in my 20s that I didn't waste time with, like, I wasted a lot of time with relationships that deep down I knew weren't really going anywhere, but you have hope. And I just don't think I just wasn't thinking at the time that, I wasn't really thinking in my mid-20s, like kids, I knew it was there, like I could feel it, like, oh, I'm going into a different phase, but I wasn't like, oh, this is a top priority. But yeah, just all the girls and the women in your mid-20s, just have that in mind, like when you're dating someone next, just, is this going to be a long-term partner? Is this person going to be a good, future father material? Does he have those values, those qualities? And yeah, so funny, like dating in your 30s now. It's just like, I just don't have time. I'm like, do you want? I honestly almost want to feel like saying, I mean, give me some advice here. Like, I almost feel like saying on my first date, do you want kids or not? But I know that's too direct. I know it's too that is that'd be like, okay, she's crazy. No, I know that's too direct, but yeah, I'm in my 30s now. I do not want to waste time. Like, I've realized I've probably got a couple of years to figure this out. First step, get a boyfriend. Second step, find out if they've got good morals, values, they, all these things. But yeah, women, just let you know, you are not alone. You are not alone. There are many, I hope there are, well, I don't hope, but I came on here and wanted to share my experience because I wanted to see whether there are other women that feel like this as well. And I know that there are, because I feel like this, so I know I can't be the only one. It's just that they're not around me, like, so I'm coming on here to let you guys know it's okay. It is okay. You're gonna be okay. We just need to put a plan in place, and we're gonna be fine. We're gonna get there. We're gonna do this. And we can do it together. We can, and it's not too late. We just need a plan. And I'm gonna be doing this plan in place, and I'm going to be updating you guys, letting you know how it's going. I would love to get some feedback from you guys. I want us to create like a community here to support other women, and to let you guys know that even though I know society is telling us X, Y, and Z, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is correct. And because society is telling us X, Y, and Z, we unfortunately make decisions, I believe, that don't benefit us in the best way possible as a woman. And I also believe that, I was never taught this from my mum. Like, no one ever sat me down and was like, well, in your 20s, you kind of want to start, realizing that how important it is to probably, find someone. I just never had that conversation. So I just really want to let all the women know in your mid-20s, even going into early 30s, that is okay. But especially in your mid-20s, just be like vetting, and just don't let them waste your time, because they may have all the time in the world, but we don't. But at the same time, I don't want women to feel like it's over, because it's not over. If you're up in the morning and you're breathing and you're living, you have a purpose here in this world. And you know what? It may not be, your purpose may not be to have kids. That may not be your purpose. Your purpose may be to adopt and provide love that way. That may be your purpose. But if it is a goal of yours to have kids one day and you just haven't got there yet, I just want to say again, it's okay. And we can put a plan in place. What would that plan look like? Well, if you don't have a boyfriend, you got to put yourself out there. Like me, I'm going to have to put myself out there, even how uncomfortable it is. Yes, I'm not a fan of dating. I don't really like it, so I've stayed away, and I've realised that I cannot do that anymore. I have to put myself out there. Do not settle. Number 2, do not settle. Do not do it. There will be a guy out there that will love you for who you are, that will provide everything that you need him to provide you. And it could just be a matter of one day you wake up, you're walking down the street looking beautiful, or and he just miraculously appears. Honestly, you just never know when you're going to meet someone, and your life can literally change in a day. You literally could be, look, I'm speaking to myself, but I'm also speaking to you guys as well. I literally could walk out my house tomorrow. I could bump into the man of my dreams. You never know. 6 months later, whatever. Then, you could have a child within the next couple of years. You just never know what life's going to bring you. So never give up hope. Never give up faith. Be positive. Be positive. And I really think, I've realised this, that even if you're women in your 20s, 30s, just make sure that you feel good within yourself. Because when you feel good within yourself, you are going to attract good people into your life. And I realise this. You've got to really feel good. Look after yourself. Go to the gym. Eat well. Get that water in. Hydrate yourself. Smile. Be nice to people. Because when you give that energy out, that energy will come back to you, and you will attract 3 times fold of that. And I've realised this in myself. I used to, I'm an introvert, so I feel very comfortable just being in the comfort of my own place, and not really venturing out too much. But that's not going to get me to meet someone, So recently I've been even when I go out, even if it's going to the shop, buying, I smile at the cashiers. I just smile at people. And do you know what? Like, people do smile back. People give you that energy back. And you realise, actually, if you give that energy, people do give it back to you. And you start realising, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, like, good energy. Good people are getting attracted to me all the time. And I really believe that's the way that, you can really find someone good. Number 1 is just start with you. Just make it. And I realise the importance of, even when you step out and go to stuff, just look good, look presentable, look good. I mean, if you're in the position, and you want to find someone, I've realised that I just used to put like joggers on and just go out, whatever. I didn't, But then I realised, actually, that is an opportunity that I potentially could be missing. You never know. I could walk into a supermarket and meet the love of my life. But, so it's important that even if you're stepping out just to go and just do an errand and you're just there, just put that little bit extra lip gloss on. Just make sure you just don't forget to just make your hair look nice and just look presentable, even if it's just even if it's just going to the shop, because that could be an opportunity where someone will be like, oh, and then you just never know. You never know. So yes, women, we've got each other. It's okay. We can do this. We can put a plan in place. Just remember, before you go outside, just look good. Put that extra bit of lip gloss on. Make sure that you do things that make you feel good so you can attract other people. Put yourself out there. Do not compromise on your morals, your values. Do not feel like you accept anything because you feel like pressure and you just got to take it because you're running out of time. I think that will be a really big disservice to you as a woman and to you in your future, and I don't think that's the way to go. Maybe just sit down, write down everything that you want in someone. I can't remember who said it, but there was a quote. It says, if you want to find love, who was it that said it? But they said, if you want to find love, write down everything that you would want in that person, and then you become it. I think that was Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he was basically saying, if you want to find love, you write every single quality thing that you want in that person, you become it. And that's what I've been starting to do. I'm starting to do things that I would like to see in someone else. And I think that's the first step for me, really, to find love. And hopefully one day I'll be coming back on here and be like, I'm a mother. And so women, I know I've rambled on. I do know, but it's my first podcast, my first episode, so I hope anyone that's made it to this point, I appreciate you women, love you all. I would love every one of you to keep your head up, be positive. We as women are very powerful beings, and I know there's a lot of pressure on us, but if we break it down and don't put it all together as one, then we can do this. And if there's any women out there that please feel free to comment on this video. I do apologize because I'm also doing a video, and I know that on this video that I haven't really been looking at the camera, but women, if you are, tell me how you're feeling. If you're in your mid-20s, tell me how you're feeling. If you're in your 30s, and tell me how you're feeling. Are you married? Have you got a boyfriend? Are you wanting a child? Tell me how you're feeling, because I would love to connect with all you women. And I would love to connect with you all, because I know there's pressure, but we can do it. Anyway, it's been beautiful. It's been wonderful being here, and I will be on another episode. I should have the podcast name. Well, the podcast name should be here by now, but I was debating on two names, so I will introduce my next podcast with a name. And please let me know if you've got any more topics that we should talk about next. I can talk about how it feels being single. Actually, I might do that. Should we talk about dating life next? Shall we talk about that? Because that is another topic which is exhausting, it's draining, and I think we could definitely talk about that next. And we can see the positive. I just always want to uplift you women, and I want to, through the process, I'm trying to uplift myself and share my experience, but also I want to uplift other women to say it's okay. for any of these topics. So yeah, let me know what we should talk about next, because I'm here. Let's venture onto any topic that you wish to talk about. Please let me know what topic you would like to maybe talk about, or you've been thinking about, and let's just do it. Let's have fun with it. Let's chit chat. Let's be there for each other. Women need women. I've realized this. It's very important. Some of the topics I would love to cover is, dating in 2022. There's so many things, but thank you so much if you've made it to this point. Wow. This is my first episode. I was very nervous of doing this, but here we are. And even if one woman responds to this, I will be, just happy. And I hope at least one woman has got a message from this that has made them not feel to panic, and has left here feeling, it's okay. Actually, it's okay. I can do this. Don't have to feel the pressure. I'm alive, I'm living, you're breathing. You got this. Okay? Everyone, thank you so much. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. And women, let's be there for each other. And please share your stories with me. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, have a lovely day. Bye-bye. Love you all. I'm Nana. Come back next week.